It has been 4 weeks since I have asked for the return of my videos. These have not been returned, as far as I have seen. But I am not a man of patience, and this has become quite apparent over the last year. I began my endeavor about a year prior to now, but I have been doing art for around 6 and picking up litter for a little more than 4 years. This has been a journey of deep internal work, shadow work. This began with honest intention, but a seemingly dishonest mind. I shall now do the best I can to elucidate the present circumstances and the incremental positive and negative developments which have given rise to these circumstances. It was about a year ago that I first announced my intentions. However, this came with deception. Soon I took it down with an egregious excuse and apology. I took this very hard and committed to do whatever it took to achieve my goal, my intention, my dream. This led me down a second, darker tunnel. Through this, I ended up crying on camera a second time, and I took down a video asking for all of my videos to be returned so that I could repost them. I've deleted them. After this, I continued down the same path, and I tried to trick people into supporting me so that I could complete my mission. Once again, I failed. But in this failure, I finally came to realize what had been holding me back: my personal self-sabotaging tendencies. It was like a light finally turned on. What I will say next will sound to many folk like that same self-sabotaging tendency coming to the fore, which it very well could be. However, I am not willing to be the beast. I am not willing to accept that moniker. I'd rather be nothing than the beast. I didn't want to discuss faith and religion. However, this must be discussed to explain my present, more faithful attitude, and to have the security and strength within myself to accomplish this goal and the ensuing turmoil that will develop. My current faith in God is not faith in a Christian God per se, and this faith crystallized in the bosom of greed. While I was in Montreal, I overheard a fellow saying to a friend, "Guess he doesn't want to be rich." And this, which to be fair, may not have been about me, but it was enough. Enough for me to focus my mind. Enough for me to try again. Because I realized that I was so close to achieving the first step. But I knew deep in my heart that I was not strong enough to do this alone, and I needed to find help. I found that help in God. It was through God that I've finally been able to get over the fear that has harangued me for so long. To think that it was greed that had finally brought me closer to God has left me bewildered. To think something so good could come from something so evil has left me with much to consider. But that consideration will be done by me, alone, and preferably without attention. But I will complete my mission. I will complete my task. This shall be